This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches onto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And Babylon is indeed fallen very fast, right before our very eyes, man. First and foremost, before we get started, I want to thank Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing his word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. I hope and pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. And this is the brother Lahad from the Diligent Soldiers Camp out here in Boston, Mass. So, yeah, as you see this title, Obsolete Man, leading economist warns that almost all forms of human labor will be taken over by AI. And brothers, have been speaking about this for a while now, man, about how these devils are literally using this AI to take people out of the equation, man. So basically people will just be in these 15-minute cities, and they would have to rely on UBI, which is Universal Basic Income, to survive, and they'll be able to be easily tracked and traced, and ultimately they would have to be C-hipped, man, in the name of the greater good, man. So that's what all of these different things are coming together for this this NWO agenda, man. So before I read this article, I want to play a little bit of this clip from the Atlantis report, and it reads, fast food chain layoffs begin as thousands are losing their jobs, right? So I want to play a little bit of this, and then get a couple scriptures, read the article, and Abaratazah, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. So without further ado, here we go. This is for fair use, educational purposes. Let me turn it up a little bit so you brothers can hear and sisters can hear. All right, without further ado, here we go.
Loves to brag about how many jobs the Democrats have created over the years. His own state now has the highest unemployment rate in the entire nation.
State labor filings say some Pizza Hut locations are already laying off workers.
The fast food industry is currently undergoing a major shift that is causing many layoffs for crew members and managers across the country. Many workers are losing their jobs as corporations try to cut costs, streamline operations, and adjust to changing consumer habits. This is happening across all sorts of fast food chains, including burger joints, chicken restaurants, and Taco Bells. Unfortunately, this often means sacrificing the very workers who helped build these multi-billion-dollar businesses. Today we will examine what's really going on and the factors driving these layoffs. The fast food industry in California is currently facing a challenging situation with several layoffs resulting in thousands of employees losing their jobs. The reason behind this is the recent increase in the minimum wage to $20 per hour. When the wage increase was initially announced, many people predicted that business owners would not be able to accommodate the increase and would find ways to avoid the new regulations. This prediction appears to be coming true, as many business owners are getting creative and finding ways to avoid the increase. Take Pizza Hut, for instance. They're saying goodbye to around 1,300 delivery drivers in Southern California alone. The fast food industry is exploring automation and job cuts to avoid higher wages, causing concern for workers who depend on their paychecks.
And he said they're considering using automation to offset, that the increase in wages, the $20 an hour. So here it is, inflation is going through the roof, and people are not able to make ends meet. So the government has basically steps in to try to help fix the problem, and these companies' solution is, okay, well, we're just not going to hire as many people, and we're going to lay people off And we're also going to get some robotics in here so that we can keep our profit margin, close to what we want it to be. This is why this place is through, man. This place is absolutely through, and it's going to continue to circle the drain, man.
While some may think this is only a problem in California, the push for higher wages is spreading across the country. While it's great to see people getting a fair wage, businesses will likely find ways to cut corners and exploit loopholes when they start feeling the squeeze. There is also Vitality Bowl, a restaurant chain located in the northern region. The owner of the chain previously managed the business with a group of 4 employees. However, currently, only 2 employees are working there. The chain has reduced its workforce, increased its prices, and stopped hiring new staff. As a result, customers are experiencing longer wait times for their orders, which is causing dissatisfaction. Higher wages mean pressure everywhere else. It's like a chain reaction. Other businesses have to keep up or risk losing their workforce. Some are even packing up shop, looking for greener pastures where the wage demands aren't so sky high. But that's not all. Things are only getting worse. The domino effect of increasing wages doesn't stop at job losses. It also affects the service industry, leading to longer wait times and fewer smiling faces behind the counter. This situation is a recipe for disaster, and customers can easily notice the poor service. Contrary to popular belief, raising the minimum wage is not the ultimate solution, especially considering potential drawbacks. According to several economists, it could lead to negative consequences. Although some employees may experience an increase in their earnings, it will come at a cost. The implementation of a nationwide wage increase could lead to job losses for almost 1 million workers, which should...
So, raising, and this is, let's get the scripture real quick. Because these devils, they sit around, and they have their think tanks, and they know that these things are going to come to pass, that their different devices are going to lead to different things. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us if we were not ignorant of his devices, right? So they know that, even though, matter of fact, let's get that, man. It just came to me. Let's get that. This is how the devil operates, man. That's what the scriptures say. Never trust thy enemy. A second, what's that, 10? Second address. Slovakia. Oh, it's a rock. That's what it is. That's what it is. Slovakia. I think it's 12. 10 and 12 or 12 and 10. There we go. 12 and 10. Ecclesiastes, otherwise known as Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust, meaning his wickedness, have not been altogether wiped away. Right? So these devils are pretending to help the economy, but they already know that it's going to further destroy it, man. And that's the part of their plan in the first place. 17th verse. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And this is the whole spirit that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man in particular, the elites, come in, man. Everything is geared towards an agenda, a trap, a snare. They lose sleep unless they cause something to fall, man, as the scriptures say.
Should not be underestimated. Furthermore, Technology is rapidly advancing, and many companies are adopting automated systems to save on labor costs. For instance, Jack in the Box and Round Table Pizza are already using robots to flip burgers and automatic dispensers to serve drinks. However, relying solely on machines may result in poorer quality service, which is not desirable. Customers are not likely to tolerate such a decline in service quality. Layoffs are only the beginning, and the entire fast food industry is headed for trouble. This isn't just happening in California, it's happening all over the country. Everyone is in a tough spot. Workers are losing their jobs, customers are waiting longer, and businesses are struggling to stay afloat. Layoffs in fast food chains have left thousands of workers unemployed. It's a harsh reality that highlights the economic challenges many are facing.
Right. And it's only continuing to get worse. And this is all by design by these devils, man. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 12. I'll start at 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. This is to you Israelites, man, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and our fellow brethren that are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but their seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? The true children of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. So before all the calamity, return and remember your creator, right? Repent before the evil days come. Third verse, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? The keepers of the house, talk about the economists, man, right? Let's get that real quick. You go in online etymology, right? Go into economy. When you go into the word economy, it goes into, from 1530s, house management. From Latin, economia, from source of French, economie, Spanish, economia, German, yep, they all say the same pretty much. From Greek, economia, house management, thrift, manager, steward, house, abode, dwelling, right? So the point being that it goes into house management, right? So when you look at this scripture, in the days when the keepers of the house, I can't click on it, but in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? So this whole channel is a based on economists, and their take on what's going on in the world, and they're basically trembling. They're seeing the direction that the economy is going in, and they're voicing their opinions, their fears, and their concerns, and it says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, right, going into the jobs, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, representing the ones that are looking towards the future, and they see it's dark, man. There's no future here. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the when the sound of the grinding is low, right? Low jobs. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird very early in the morning when the birds are chirping, right? To look for work. And it says, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low, and the music nowadays is absolute trash. But the point being, there's going to be less and less jobs, and people are going to continue to rise up early in the morning to look for jobs, and there's not going to be any jobs for them to be found, man. Because of all this that's going on, man. So let me read some of this in I'll get a couple scriptures and that'll be the lesson. I didn't want to make this too long. So this is from Natural News. It was published April 10th, which was yesterday, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. It says obsolete man, leading economists, right? The ones that control, the housekeepers, right? Keepers of the house, as the scriptures say, warns, right? They shall tremble, as the scriptures say, warns that almost all forms of human labor shall be taken over by AI. So it says artificial intelligence, AI, is very troubling in many respects. Although there are some cases where it may prove to be incredibly useful, the fear of what the technology could mean for many types of jobs is warranted. It is already replacing humans for tasks like coding, designing, customer service, and writing, albeit with mixed results. But while some types of professionals may think the nature of their work means AI isn't a threat, those within the tech world who have their finger on the pulse of the latest advancements in AI have made it perfectly clear that they think all jobs will soon be taken over by computers. All jobs will soon be taken over by computers. One such individual is former Treasury Secretary and leading economist Larry Summers. He recently joined the board of directors for ChatGPT creators OpenAI, and he has served in the Obama and Clinton administrations. Summers is also a member of the Council of the Foreign Relations and Trilateral Commission. His connections to global elites give a lot of weight to the predictions he makes about the world's economic future, so humanity should take heed of his recent prediction that nearly all types of labor are poised to be replaced by artificial intelligence. Some AI experts think it could be just a few years, although Summers thinks the timeline may be slightly longer. According to Summers, these changes will set in relatively quickly once the technology is in place. However, he believes that it might take a little longer than we think to get there. But once it does, the evolution will be dizzyingly fast. And we know through the scriptures, let's get that real quick, that these devils are going to be moving fast. So we don't have a whole lot of time. Revelation 12:12, and it reads, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, man. So these devils were loose for a short season, man. And their short season is almost up, and they know it. So they're about to start, coming with it, man. They don't have no time to waste. It says, if one takes a view over the next generation, this could be the biggest thing that has happened in economic history since the Industrial Revolution, he said. This offers a prospect of not replacing some forms of human labor, but almost all forms of human labor. AI could be even more transformative than the internet. It's a pretty heavy statement that points to the type of future we can expect. The Industrial Revolution was absolutely transformative, moving the developed world from manual labor to mechanization, right? So basically from, people doing it, and then, having machines and everything created and people kind of just assisting it. Its impact cannot be overstated. So any comparison to that pivotal time should not be ignored. In fact, AI could be even more transformative than the internet itself. And the internet itself completely transformed the world as we know it. From it not being available to it being available, changed the way everything, the way everybody knew the world prior to, and this is why, the scriptures talk about the internet as a unicorn, and the internet was used as a vehicle to push the word to the four corners of the earth, man. So the internet indeed transformed the world in a very major way, and they're saying that AI could be more transformative than that. So this shows the direction that these devils are moving in. And it says, and those who aren't paying attention to this will be left behind. AI marks a shift towards the automation of cognitive tasks that we thought needed human intelligence until now. This will redefine job roles across the board, and implications are numerous. AI encompasses a broad range of software, from the generated AI tools making recent headlines of self-driving technology, which means all the different jobs like Lyft and Uber, right? Those would basically be done away with if people are just going to have self-driving cars. Even different app jobs like me and a lot of brothers do, like deliveries and stuff like that. They're talking about having drones do it instead, and then even the self-driving cars can do it. So that's a lot of different jobs are going to be taken out because of this technology. And it's all by design. Because this devil Cotton Swab, Klaus Schwab, said you will own nothing and you'll be happy. So they don't want you to have no cars. They don't want you to own your house. They don't want you to own nothing. You just stay at your house, get whatever they give you, and be content. And that's it, And they could just run the earth and do God knows what, all over the planet. That's what these devils plan on doing, man. Wicked. Let's see. It says AI will change healthcare in many ways, such as speeding up treatment, addressing understaffing issues, and giving people access to healthcare around the clock. Although this is something people are rightfully nervous about, it can also help those with medical anxiety or transportation issues. Robots will also be doing the tasks people don't want to do, and may even replace some types of manual labor. As a result, emotional intelligence may prove to be more important than IQ in the future. As Summers points out, AI will substitute for a doctor making a difficult diagnosis before it substitutes for a nurse's ability to hold a patient's hand when the patient is frightened. The 2023 Generative AI Impact Forecast from IT research company Forrester predicts that 2.4 million American jobs will be taken over by AI by 2023. There goes that number, 2023, Agenda 2023, with those commanding salaries upwards of $90,000 per year most likely to be affected. So the middle class is going to be completely out of here, man. It's going to literally be the haves and the have-nots. Per year most likely to be affected. They found that 78% of legal occupations could become obsolete, while 57% of office jobs, 53% of computer and math related occupations, and 50% of healthcare occupations could be replaced by AI, man. So it's going down, man. This is absolutely going down, and these devils are really, moving, man. And this spells a lot of changes and a lot of financial woes, in the near future, man. In the very near future, with these loss of these jobs and AI taking over it, and people not being able to make ends meet and all these different things. Let's play a little bit more of this real quick.
The housing market is in a complex situation due to rising inventory and declining sales of homes. The combination of high prices and interest rates has also made it difficult for many to own a home, leading to a surplus of listings in the housing market. And
right, so you will own nothing and be happy. Isn't this is what this is all about, man? These devils having complete control, having everything under, basically on smash, for lack of a better word, and nobody else being able to do anything. Nobody can come up against them. So this is their Agenda 2030 goals, right? Let's see. And the scriptures say, let's read it again. Let me start at 16. Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as Sirach, chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, right? And the scriptures say, you know, his words are smoother than butter, yet he was drawing swords, roughly paraphrasing, man. His words are softer than oil, yet he was drawing swords. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, meaning his mind, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. This is the devil that we're dealing with. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. If you're going through something, this devil will be the first one watching you suffering, man. And though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. See, he's gonna, they can't sleep unless they cause something to fall, man. That's why it's so important to know who your enemy is, man. Now, I'm talking to you Israelites out there, man. And this is what these devils are trying to so-called accomplish, man. Let's get it over here. These fucking devils, man. Look at this. Look at this bullshit that they're trying to say, that they're trying to achieve. No poverty. So I guess it's not going to be no poverty because everybody's going to be locked in their houses and everything. Zero hunger. So they're already been attacking the food system, right? They been killing off a bunch of cows, killing off a bunch of chickens, your regular food systems. So they're just going to be able to feed you their GMO meats and lab-grown meats and everything. And that's going to give you good health. They're going to educate you, whatever, they want you to know. This freakism stuff, they're going to say it's clean because they're going to maintain these 15-minute cities. Same thing over here. Work, I don't even know, I guess you just receiving your universal basic income will sustain you and you'll be all right. Sustainable cities, 15-minute cities, of course, you ain't even gonna say it. Peace, just, yeah. So, blase, blah. So instead of this, right, which is what they were already having in the works, that they're trying to do, the Georgia Guidestones, the engraved messages dealt with 4 major areas: governance and establishment of a world government, population, and reproduction control, right? So this is what they've been actually doing, right? They've been setting up, different thing, talks about having one world government, the jump shots, with the population control, and talks about, in constant talks about abortion, killing off of massive amounts of children before they're even born, sterilization of men and women, so this is what these devils have already actually been doing, but this is what they paint, to basically pretend to help thee, right? This is what they're putting in the forefront, that everything is for the greater good. They can control, if they have control of everything, the world would have no poverty, no hunger. They would basically get rid of the problems of the world today, which they are responsible for. So like we always say, these devils, they want a problem, reaction, solution. They want to start a fire than go around the corner and come back as the firefighters and come back as a damn hero, man. That's what these devils do, man. And that's why Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to make short work of these damn pieces of shit devils, man. I'm going to end off on these scriptures, because this is what's going on in Babylon, man. Because of all these different things, this place is through, man. You know, Babylon is finished, man. It's finito, man. It's done. This is Isaiah 24:7. It says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. Right, because there's no more jobs, man. No more jobs. You know, there's everything is just different, man. I heard a Jake say it on a video I was watching, that shit just doesn't feel the same anymore. And it's not, man. You know, that's because, you know, these devils are about to come down with great wrath, and Yahawashi is about to come and destroy these damn devils, man. So this is not a time of mirth, man. This is a time of going into the house of mourning, man. Because great destruction is soon to come upon this place, man. Why? Because this place sins, Babylon has reached on to heaven, man. You know? And Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi are going to destroy this goddamn godforsaken country, man. You know? And these damn people, these demons, you know, that perpetuate all this wickedness on the earth, man. That got all the people suffering, man. You know? Isaiah 24:8. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it, man. So people are mourning, man. You know? And it's and as the scriptures say, you know, he that is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? I'm talking about even Esau is out here mourning, man. And other Edomites are the ones that are running all this, that are doing all this evil on the earth, man. So they're punished. They're being evil to their own people, man. You know. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in, man. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone, man. This place is through, man. This place is absolutely through. And it's going to continue to circle the drain, because that's the will of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. Fast food chain layoffs begin as thousands are losing their jobs, man. And it's only getting worse. And I think they just posted another video, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Look at that. Millions are losing their jobs right now. This is the end. There you go. You know? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to report on this. You know, blow the trumpet in Zion as we're commanded to do. You know, and yeah, let me click on this real quick. Click on this really quick.
Stop stuffing sopping wet bags of ice into your cooler. I've got a brand new fridge on wheels that keeps your food up.
The report is sounding the alarm over the impact of artificial intelligence on the job market.
82% of working professionals think that they might lose their job to AI.
It's hard to ignore the disturbing news about the increasing number of job losses happening across the United States. This is not just a matter of temporary layoffs or specific struggling industries, but rather a massive employment crisis that is affecting virtually every sector of the economy. The situation is leaving many families in financial ruin. From construction workers to factory employees, office professionals, and highly skilled tech workers, no one seems to be safe from the job cuts.
No one is safe from the job cuts. And that's the spirit, because that's exactly what we were just talking about in this lesson. And it just popped up an hour ago, you know? So, hey, this place is through, man. This place is absolutely through. Jeremiah 51:9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. She is not healed. Forsake her, let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches onto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. You know, Babylon is out of here, man. So, yeah, that's it. You know, I hope and pray that this lesson was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to thank Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi once again for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. I'm going to give double honor to the apostles and the elders at GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Excuse me. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To all, I want to say shalom. We'll say abad babal, abad Esau Edom, and Kwam Yasharallah. Hey, shalom. To the next one.